Hello everyone, welcome back to another episode. Today what I have for you is episode 4 of my Football Manager 23 save with Bradford City. If you do go on to enjoy today's video, please make sure to drop a like on there for me. If you could try and hit 20 likes on today's episode, that'd be massively appreciated. Subscribe if you are new as well. We are now on the road to 500 subscribers, so please make sure you are subscribed. If you haven't already, with that post notification bell on, it's free to do so and it does massively help out. Don't forget as well to drop a comment down in the comment section down below to help boost the video in the YouTube algorithm. Now, since you were last with us, well, you saw in the last episode, we were on some unbelievable run of form. Since then, we've picked up a lot of long-term injuries, and we're really struggling at this moment in time. Let's get into it. As you can see at this moment in time, we do have currently a few long-term injuries. Halliday's recently recovered from a long-term injury, but obviously we already know about Issa and Osadibe. They're injured in real life. Richie Smallwood, right, literally as soon as I ended the last episode, picked up this sprained ankle ligaments injury. He was going to be out for about 3 to 6 weeks, something like that. He's should hopefully be back at some point in today's episode. Songo's going to miss the majority of the season with a hip injury, or at least apparently he's meant to be returning at the end of November, but I don't believe that. He said he was going to be out for 3 to 6 months, something crazy like that. Jake Young was finally getting back into the team and all that sort of stuff. I'd finally put him onto the bench for the first game, then in training he suffered a hamstring strain, so he's going to be out until the middle of October. Then Romney Critchlow has torn an abdominal muscle. He's been a big part of our success so far this season. He's not going to be back now until the middle of November either, so it's a big shame for us. In terms of how we've been getting on then since you were last with it, it's been a dodgy run of form, to be honest with you. The last game that you saw, I want to say, was this 3-0 win at home to Walsall. Since then, we did have a 1-0 win away at Mansfield. Jamie Walker missed a penalty early on in that game, but Andy Cook scored once again against his former side. Then, though, was the start of a very poor run of form. We lost 2-1 away from home against Tranmere Rovers, drew 1-1 at home to Stevenage, where again we were pretty poor in that one. We did actually win 3-1 against Leicester City in the Papa John's Trophy. We changed formation in this one and went to a 4-diamond-2. Obviously, we have been playing the diamond quite a lot in real life at this moment in time, before most recently losing 3-1 at home to AFC Wimbledon. Again, I think we did play the diamond in that game, but unfortunately, it was a disappointing day at the office. I thought, you know what, we'll get a friendly in, try get a comfortable win in that, and we'll pick up some confidence and all that sort of stuff. We lost the game 3-2, so wasn't ideal, to be honest with you. In today's episode, though, we have the Yorkshire derby away at Harrogate Town before a home clash against Stockport County. Not going to be an easy couple of games in here. At this moment in time, we're currently second in the table as well, but it's very tight at the top of the league. Just 1 point behind Grimsby at this moment in time, but if we lose our next game, we could drop all the way down to 5th. So certainly need 3 points in this one. Let's get into it. To add insult to injury, another injury. Andy Cook is now going to be out for 10 days with a twisted knee. Again, not ideal because he's been on some decent form at this moment in time. Obviously, out of contract in the summer, and he's one of many players who have said they're exploring their options at the end of the current deal. He probably would have started this game against Harrogate Town, but obviously due to his injury, he's now not going to be available for that. I think we are going to go with the diamond, though, against Harrogate, and hopefully it'll be enough to pick up the 3 points, because like I say, lots of injuries at this moment in time. Well, if this team doesn't scream injury crisis, especially in the defence, then I do not know what will. We line up for today's game in a 4-diamond-2 formation. We've got Harry Lewis in goal, a back four of Brad Halliday, Timmy Odesina, Matty Folds playing centre-half, and Liam Ridehalgh. A midfield four then of Sutton at the base in the midfield, Gilead and East either side of him, and then Jamie Walker slightly ahead of them. Up front is Verdane Oliver and Cian Harrott. Lots of attacking options on the bench, but Smallwood's currently injured, Andy Cook currently injured, Matty Platt suspended for this game, Osadibe injured, Tyreek Wright missing out just because we don't need that many attackers on the bench. Songo currently injured, Jake Young, Romney Critchlow. Honestly, I do not know what we could do at this moment in time. I'm genuinely considering recalling Fika Kelleher just as an actual centre-half option, because we're really struggling at this moment in time with the amount of injuries, suspensions, etc. So Matty Folds is having to slot in and the left side of a back four, which certainly isn't ideal. Let's get into this game, though, against Harrogate. Obviously, we won 2-1 in real life. Cian Harrott is apprehensive as Rory McArdle is physically stronger. Well, that's why Oliver needs to go against McArdle and Cian Harrott needs to be running in behind. I must say, Cian Harrott's loan spell has been pretty similar on the Football Manager to how it was in real life. Been pretty underwhelming so far. I did actually try playing Tyreek Wright up front in one of the games as well. He can't really play there on Football Manager. We also had Terry Chapman playing at central midfield. Again, he can't really play there according to Football Manager. But we'll tell all the boys here, we trust them. It's a new month, the start of hopefully another good run as well. We're still second in the table. As long as we get promoted this season, it doesn't really matter. Matty Daly does start for Harrogate Town and so does Rory McArdle. Daly starting as a defensive midfielder though. though, which is interesting. Might get a little bit more of him actually featuring in the match if he's playing in that role rather than as a number 10 where he often likes to ghost in. We are now underway though for today's game, and Cian Harrett's picked up a booking inside 60 seconds. Corner ball here for Harrogate. Thompson with the ball, and it's a good ball in there. Matty Folds heads that one up. Gilead clears it away a little bit further. Mattock now goes back into Thompson. Loads of time here to drive into the penalty area. He gets a shot off. Flash just wide of Harry Lewis's far post there. Really poor for us, and we didn't really react to that one too much. 20 minutes in, not a lot's really happened for either side, to be honest. Jamie Walker driving down our left-hand side here. Been an influential player for us so far this season. Can't get on the end of that one. Harrop will eventually chase it down though. Ball into the box looking for Oliver, who heads off the crossbar. That is what I was saying about we need to put Oliver on Rory McArdle. He's done very well there, Oliver, to win the header. Unfortunately, on this occasion, though, he doesn't manage to put it into the back of the net. Walker on the ball once more. Finds Ryan East, the right-footed Ryan East, as football managers clearly got that one wrong. Fold sending it forward, looking for Cian Harrett, but that one is out. This system as well is much more direct. We'd tell them to get it forward as much as possible, rather than the 4-2-3-1 where it's much more intricate passing and all that sort of stuff. But approaching half-time, still 0-0. We've hit the crossbar. Harrogate, while they've created a lot of chances, not really many highlights for them so far. I'm far from pleased though from what I've seen in at that first half. If nothing's changed though, by about the hour mark, we might look to change to the 4-2-3-1 and go a little bit more attacking. Throwing for us here, Halliday goes into Levi Sutton. He gives it back to Halliday. First time balling, looking for Oliver, who wins it at the back post, and he's hit the crossbar for the second time in today's game. Harrogate Town are really struggling to deal with Verdane Oliver at this moment in time. A good opportunity for us there. Unfortunately though, we haven't been able to take it. Jamie Walker's taken a knock. It could be pulled wrist ligaments. Not ideal. Halliday is also knackered, so we're going to get Luke Hendry on at right back for Brad Halliday because he's also very tired. Walker is going to have to come off. I think we are now going to change to the 4-2-3-1. Give me a moment and I'll completely change the team around. Here we have it then. We have gone to the 4-2-3-1 and completely changed the front four. Banks, Chapman, Pereira are the three behind Lee Angle. Obviously that means Oliver, Walker, East and Cian Harrett are also coming off. It does leave us though with no more substitutions. Just over 20 minutes to go in today's game. We are now going to go on to attacking as well. Throwing here though for Harrogate, which McArdle takes. Maybe he's found himself in the right back role. Good play though from Deon Pereira to win the ball back. He goes down the line looking for Liam Rideout, driving down our left hand side. Ball played through, looking for Angle, but he's never really going to get on the end of that one. Richards now finds Joe Mattock. He goes long, looking for potentially Luke Armstrong. Folds, gets underneath that. Pereira now sticks one out wide here to Harry Chapman, who's on the wrong wing here. The wingers are the wrong way around. That's not what I asked for. Chapman on the ball now on this right hand side. Ball in, looking for Angle, who finds the back of the net. And Lee Angle has his 4th goal this season. Apologies about the little bit of lag there, but with 20 minutes left on the clock, Lee Angle comes up with his 4th goal of this campaign. Like I said, I don't know why the wingers are currently operating on the wrong sides. They're not meant to be doing that, but it's great play from Harry Chapman. Ball into the box. Certainly question marks of offside there. It looks like Angle had gone a little bit too early there. The linesman keeps his flag down though. With 20 minutes left on the clock, we finally are ahead in today's game. We've got another free kick here, which Rideout clips into the channel looking for Scott Banks. Daly does deal with it on this occasion, and McArdle goes long. Armstrong gets underneath that, but Folds should be able to deal with it. What does he do? He goes long, looking for Angle. Doesn't get underneath that. McArdle now finds Josh Osterfield. He goes out wide into Grant. Little bit of space for him to run into here. Hendry can't really get close to him. It's now with Ramsey. Very good player in real life. What can he do on this occasion? Daly now finds Thompson. Beats away from Halliday. Ball into the box. Armstrong with a chance. It's a terrible shot in the end though. Pretty comfortable for Harry Lewis. Not long left to go now in today's game. It's certainly not been our best performance. 3 minutes added on at the end of today's game. It does finish full time. Harrogate Town 0, Bradford City 1. Finally, we are back to winning ways. Harry Chapman and Lee Angle contributing to a goal. Both of them coming on off the bench. Certainly both going to be starting in the next game. Whether we play the 4-2-3-1 or it is the 4-diamond-2. We're back to winning ways. A big 3 points. Obviously, this was the early kickoff, so some teams that still have not played. But all that matters is us winning, as Jamie Walker, he's only going to be out for a couple of days, thankfully, so that's not the end of the world. We get a B- from the board, and we get a C+ from the supporters as well. So yeah, not great from that point of view, despite a pretty decent start to the season. I know we had 3 or 4 games there where we were pretty poor. Now we've got this game now at home to Stockport County. Obviously, we lost it in real life, so let's hope we can turn that around and win here. As Grimsby Town must have lost surely, because they've slipped down in the table. There's lots of goals here. Stockport winning 4-0, Barrow winning 5-1, Mansfield winning 4-0. Where are Grimsby Town? And am I being a little bit slow at this moment in time. Oh, Grimsby lost 1-0 away at Salford and got a red card in that game. Salford obviously move up to second in the table. They do also have a game in hand on us, which is not ideal. Let's get into this game though against Stockport County and hope it's another 3 points. A little bit of transfer news for you here then. Bobby Poynton is going to be going out on loan to Farsley for the remainder of the season. We do have the option to recall him though if he's not playing or he's not really developing. He's turned down the move to go to Park Avenue to join Farsley Celtic as well. You know, he's got quite a lot of potential. I think 4 stars potential, so hopefully he should be a player that we get into the first team at some point as well. But he's going to be spending the remainder of the campaign, if it's successful, with Farsley Celtic, where Cian Scales is currently doing at the moment. He's doing very well there, so fingers crossed he can have just as a successful of a loan spell as what Cian Scales is currently doing. Here we have it then. Here's how we line up for today's match at home to Stockport County. We've got Harry Lewis in goal. A back four of Brad Halliday, Matty Platt, Timmy Odesina and Matty Folds. Smallwood and Ryan East as the 2 holding midfielders. Chapman starts on the right-hand side after getting the assist in the last game. Aboisa makes his first appearance of the season as well. He comes in on the left-hand side. Certainly not really going to be fit enough to play the whole match. He might get, they're setting 45 minutes. We'll certainly get at least an hour out of Aboisa. And Jamie Walker is in behind Leangle, who obviously starts after scoring in the last one. Let's hope for another 3 points. It's a big game, top of the table clash. I think Stockport are somewhere around the playoffs at this moment in time. So like I say, certainly not going to be an easy one. As I mentioned earlier on as well in today's episode, we did lose this fixture 1-0 in real life thanks to a penalty scored by Paddy Madden, who does start in today's game up front with Kyle Wootton. The strength and quality of their squad is absolutely fantastic. To leave players like Will Collar, Ollie Crankshaw, Chris Hussey on the bench is unbelievable, to be honest with you. It is going to be a tough one though. Let's get into it. Smallwood's feeling aggressive. He seems to always feel aggressive, to be honest with you. It's very rare a game goes by where Richie Small doesn't pick up a yellow card. Obviously, Odesina starts as well. He was the one who gave away the penalty in real life. But we are now underway for today's game. Let's hope for another big 3 points. We can end today's episode with 2 wins from 2. Corner ball here early on for Stockport. Callum Camps will be the one to deliver. Right-footed outswinger. Ball comes into the box looking for, I think that's in. Yep, it's Ryan Johnson. Little bit of lag once more. Not really too sure what happened there due to the lag. I don't really know why it is lagging today. I'm not really too sure what's going on there. 3.5 minutes on the clock though. Camps with the ball in. It looks like pretty much a free header there for Johnson. I don't know who that is who's lost his man. He's looking ginger. I think that is it maybe Brad Halliday? I'm not really too sure who has lost their man there. Stockport take the lead though with just 4 minutes on the clock. Certainly not the ideal start to today's episode. Not today's episode, today's match. Maybe, just maybe, I should have stuck with the diamond formation and then changed to the 4-2-3-1 in the second half. It worked in the last match. Certainly doesn't like it is working in today's game. Still yet to register a shot on target as well, which is really disappointing. Obviously, Stockport coming in with 5 defenders and a defensive midfielder, and then 2 defensive-minded central midfielders as well. It's certainly not ideal. I can't say Aboisa's currently having a great game, as Brown picks up the ball here, looking to go up against Matty Folds. Lewis now. He goes into Sarcevic. How that man is playing at League 2 level, I will never know. Lewis still on the ball. Finds Brown. Bit of room here. He goes back, though, into Lewis. Clips it down the line, looking for Sarcevic. Neither Folds or Odesina can get there. Brown with the ball into the box. Headed away by Brad Halliday, and we've now got a chance to counter-attack. Chapman heads it into no man's land. Paul out from Chapman. Stockport hammer the ball back forward. Wootton brings it down, and the referee points to the penalty spot. Smallwood has put his hands on Wootton illegally, and now Stockport will have the opportunity to double their lead in today's match. Harry Lewis, a very good penalty saver though. It's Paddy Madden versus Harry Lewis. Sends him the wrong way, like what he did in real life. 41 minutes on the clock. It's Bradford City 0, Stockport County 2. I can't say we played well in the last match. We're certainly not playing well in today's match, and the result at this moment in time is reflecting that. Poor from us. Lewis dived very early there, and just before half-time, Stockport double their advantage in today's match. I'm going to berate them though, as we do now have a set piece of our own. East looking deep for Leangle, cleared away by Johnson, only as far as Jamie Walker. He goes back into Matty Folds. Matty Platt now finds Odesina over the top, looking for Harry Chapman. Is he going to be able to get there? No, didn't really seem to be walking towards that, to be honest with you. Poor from Harry Chapman, as Stockport go along there. Wootton brings it down. Great first touch. Good tackle though from Halliday. Chapman gives it away again. Really poor so far from Harry Chapman. The ball is now with Stockport in the midfield. Smallwood though with a good tackle. Walker finds Platt. East now. What can he do with the ball? Switches it into Matty Folds. Loads of space to drive into here. What's he going to do with it? He's driving inside looking for that run of Jamie Walker. He finds him. Can he finish? Yes, he can. Jamie Walker with his 7th goal of the season. It's one back just before half time. It's been a pretty poor performance from us so far, but that could be a big goal in today's game. Just before the 45-minute mark, Matty Folds with a great ball through into Jamie Walker, opens up his body off the post into the back of the net. It's Bradford City 1, Stockport County 2. We are now back in today's game as we approach the half-time whistle. Yes, we are still losing, but we've certainly got the momentum so far. So let's get straight back out into that second half and hope for more of the same, as they've actually gone a little bit more defensive maybe. I don't really... Is that more defensive, bringing on another defensive midfielder, but at the same time bringing on an attacking midfielder? I'm not really too sure. Nearly an hour gone though on the clock now. I think I'm going to look to make 2 substitutions here. Ryan East looking very tired at this moment in time, so we're actually going to move these 2 up into central midfield rather than defensive midfield, and we're going to get Gilead on as the deep line playmaker. We're also going to get Abo Issa off, who's not having his greatest game, get Scott Banks on, and we'll play Scott Banks over on that right hand side as probably as an inverted winger rather than an inside forward. We're also going to get Chapman playing as the inside forward. Tell Halliday, though, to push on a little bit more as more of an attacking wing back now. An hour on the clock, still 2-1 Stockport. Throwing for us here. Halliday finds Smallwood, turns away from his man and gives it back into Brad Halliday. Ball comes into the box looking for Angle. Cleared away, though, by Lewis. Gilead now finds Smallwood. Can he produce a moment of magic? He finds Halliday. Loads of space here. Put it across the face of the goal. And Harry Chapman has his second goal of the season. To be honest with you, it's been a pretty poor performance so far from Harry Chapman, but from 2 goals down, we are now level at 2-2. Brilliant there from Smallwood, just to wait for the overlap of Brad Halliday. That is what I meant by I want Halliday to be playing as an attacking wing-back. He gets pretty much to the byline, puts it across the box. Not even Harry Chapman is missing that one. 64 minutes on the clock. From 2-0 down, it's now Bradford City 2, Stockport County 2. The momentum is well in our favour as Banks swings a corner in. This time it's cleared, though, by Johnson, only as far as Jamie Walker. Driving into the area, he shoots well over the bar, though, on this occasion. I am thinking about some more substitutions at this moment in time to potentially just try and freshen things up. Smallwood's on a yellow and he's very tired. Levi Sutton's going to come on as the ball-winning midfielder. Jamie Walker is also going to come off for Dion Pereira, who's looking pretty tired. Chapman's going to come off for Andy Cook, and Angle's going to go out on the left wing. Andy Cook's going to come on and play as the tag man as well. Not long left to go now in today's game. 20 minutes, so it's still a long time in football, so let's hope we can get another goal and secure a big 3 points. From 2-0 down, if we manage to win this game, that would be very impressive as Folds finds Angle. Gilead now. Ball into the box looking for Scott Banks, and it's in the back of the net. Scott Banks with his 6th goal of the season. From 2-0 down, we have completely turned it around, and he does the bow and arrow celebration into the Bradford City fans. Did one of the players do that last season, or am I thinking about Aramide Ote away at Morecambe back in 2019? Gilead, though, with a great ball in. Scott Banks, of all peoples, come up with the header. In a brilliant header, to be honest with you. It's right into the top corner, and with 14 minutes left on the clock, we are ahead for the first time in today's match. Free kick for us here, right on the edge of the box. This is certainly Scott Bank territory. If he can get this one right, he could certainly find the top corner here. Their wall's looking a little bit shaky. They're constantly changing it here. Banks is just going to take his time, though. We do have a free man here at the back post. Banks shoots straight into the wall, and eventually their keeper is able to claim that. Certainly not ideal. Maybe a cross to Odesina would have been a little bit better from that angle, but it is Jaros with the ball. He absolutely hammers the ball forward here. Easy, though, for Odesina to deal with. Going to get a lot of football over the next couple of months, with obviously Critchlow being out injured at this moment in time. Evans sprays the ball out wide here, though, into McDonald, up against Halliday. He goes back into Johnson. Camps now. Good tackle from Scott Banks, and Sutton will drive us forward here. Can he pick the right pass, or is he going to go alone? It looks like he is going to go all the way alone. Good save in the end, though, from the keeper. Sutton's done very well there to work the room for the shot. Just over 5 minutes left now in today's game. Scott Banks will take this left-footed in-swinger from the corner, as once again we are going to look to just time waste a little bit, keep that clock ticking and all that sort of stuff. Banks will eventually put this one into the box, though, if he just wants to hurry up, because we've been nearly 20 seconds there just for the corner alone. Banks with the ball, and after all that wait, it was a pretty shocking one, to be honest with you. Pereira picks it up now, and he finds Scott Banks. He is offside in the end, though. 6 minutes to go, still 3-2. Levi Sutton on the ball here. What can he do with it? He looks long for Andy Cook. It eventually goes all the way over here, and he finds Lee Angle in one-on-one. Can he finish? Yes, he can. Lee Angle wraps the game up. It's a 7th goal of the season for Lee Angle. Whenever he seems to start as a striker and then be moved out onto the left wing, he always seems to score. That's the 3 points secured now. Brilliant play from Levi Sutton, who's been fantastic on off the bench. It's a mistake, really, from Horsfall. Angle pounces on it very well, though. Gets his 7th of the season. From 2-0 down, it's now Bradford City 4, Stockport County 2. What a game this would have been if this was in real life. Obviously, we play Stockport away from home very soon. That will be a very, very tough game. But as we approach the additional time, 4 minutes added on at the end of today's game, we are ending today's episode top of the table once again. It finishes full time. Bradford City 4, Stockport County 2. That second half is much more what we need to see for the remainder of the season. Brilliant performance from everybody involved. Harry Lewis not really happy that I'm happy about the win, but it doesn't really matter. It's a big 3 points to follow up with the big 3 points in the last game. 5 goals scored in today's episode, 6 points collected. That is lovely, lovely stuff. But anyway, that is where I'm going to leave it for today's video. If you have enjoyed, please make sure to drop a like on there for me. If you could try and hit 20 likes, as I said at the start of today's episode, that'd be massively appreciated. Subscribe if you are new as well. We are now on the road to 500 subscribers, so please make sure you are subscribed if you haven't already with that post notification bell on. It's free to do so, and it does massively help out. Don't forget as well to drop a comment down in the comment section down below to help boost the video in the YouTube algorithm. Thank you very much for watching today's video. Have a great rest of your day, and I shall see you all very soon for episode 5. Peace.